What do we do in the day before a race? Well, basically, after the workout, I sat in my recovery boots for a little bit.
She gets upset and angry and tells me to quit telling her what to do.
Oh, so she's just like Taren.
What's up, Trainiacs? Self-admitted short vlog today because as you watch this, I'm actually editing and shooting this the day before because tomorrow, as in when you watch this, I'm doing an Olympic distance triathlon. Yeah, the Pinawa Free Spirit Triathlon. Free Spirit Borealis Triathlon. Triathlon in Pinawa, an Olympic distance. Well, kind of an Olympic distance because they did a thing where they changed the bike from a 40K course to a 37K course. So I'm going to have a blazing fast time. What do we do in the day before a race? Well, basically, you're just getting ready for the race and putting a little bit of speed into your legs. So today, I went for a 31-minute bike with 2 sections of 5 minutes at race pace, had a 3-minute rest in between, came home. That's it. That was the bike. After the workout, I sat in my recovery boots for a little bit. I love my new recovery boots. They're so nice. They're so recovery. Then I cleaned the bike because, as we all know, a clean bike is a fast bike, and that's not even like just one of the things that I say that's total BS. Like, that's real. The cleaner the bike is, the faster it's gonna be, and I want to be fast tomorrow. I patched the wetsuit because, as you know, if you've been watching the videos from the last few weeks, the Hoob wetsuit has completely fallen apart. So I put on probably about 12 layers of wetsuit cement to make sure that I eliminate as many cuts and seepages as possible because I want to be swimming for me. I don't want to be swimming to carry half the lake in my wetsuit. Then this afternoon, we just recorded a podcast with my buddy, Brett Blanker, who does the Zen Triathlon Podcast.
Anytime I tell her what to do, she gets upset and angry and tells me to quit telling her what to do.
Oh, so she's just like Taren, basically.
I guess so. And because she's very independent and defiant, and the fact that now she'll listen to anybody but me.
Interesting.
You know, she sounds like a heck of a gal. I like this, Emily. If you haven't heard it, he has done 643 episodes of the Zen Triathlon Podcast. He's the longest running triathlon podcaster around. Solid guy. Basically, like, Kim said, what are we going to talk about with Brett? And I was like, I don't know. We're just going to call him on Skype and let him go. He's that good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you haven't yet, go to triathlontaren.com/podcast info. We're launching the podcast sometime very, very shortly once we get some podcast artwork. And it's going to be up. It's going to be good. On iTunes, Stitcher, just all the podcast things. Then I packed all my gear, and how I make sure that I don't forget anything during race day is I go through each sport and before the race and after the race, and I work head to toe. No, start toe to head. That's weird. But I think, what are the shoes I need on the bike? Do I need something like what pants do I need on the bike? What's going to be on my what's going to be in the back of my tracksuit on the bike? What's going to be on my hat? My head on the bike? What's going to be on my face? And I'll on the bike. And I just go through that each sport. And that's how I don't forget stuff. But as I say this, I guarantee I'm going to forget stuff. And then I got all my nutrition packed up. I'm going to be going with 2 bottles of a light electrolyte drink, 1 bottle for before the race, 1 bottle that's going to be down completely on the bike, and there's going to be 4 gels. 1 about 15 minutes right before the race, 1 about 10 minutes into the bike, 1 about 40 minutes later right towards the end of the bike, and then 1 emergency gel. If I feel like I need another gel going into the run, I'll take that gel out and eat that extra gel. And a few things about how I approach a race. Number 1 is that for local races like this, I'll typically just do race day registration. So yeah, I've got to go there tomorrow a little bit earlier and register for the race. But there was a time about 5-6 years ago that I planned out my entire season right from spring. And I booked all the races, getting all the early bird entries. But then what happened is I started getting injured. Weather started sucking. I got overtrained and couldn't actually race in some of the races, and all of a sudden I was paying for races that I wasn't even going into. So now for the local stuff that aren't like my A race, my absolute goal race that I've got a plan for, that all my training is structured around, when I'm just gonna go into a race, I tend to just do walk-up registrations. So then if I don't end up actually racing that race, so what? No big deal. But that said, I gotta pay mad cheddar on walk-up race day. In the end, it does save me money though. And finally, tomorrow, to let you know about my race plan. So this is an Olympic distance race. Why I'm going into this is to get a bunch of data specifically for the bike that's gonna translate to Ironman Austin 70.3 at the end of October. We haven't done a functional threshold power test on my bike lately, an FTP test. So what Coach Pat has instructed me to do is go out hard in the first bit of the swim, try to get on fast toes, like in the video that I mentioned, bam, right up there, that in the first 200 to 400 meters, I'm gonna try to get on the toes of a faster swimmer than me, then cruise in, not really overly cook myself, but keep a nice, say, high, steady pace. Like not crazy fast, but just steady plus a little bit. So that it's a little bit taxing, but not a lot. But when I get onto the bike, I'm gonna treat this like a time trial. I'm gonna go all out, and we're gonna see what kind of power I can put into those pedals. It's gonna be nasty fast. And then I don't anticipate that is gonna result in a blazing fast run. It's gonna be a run of just, dear God, hang on, and hopefully this ends. Yeah. So it should be fun. Go check me out on Instagram, Triathlon Taren, if you haven't. Mel from the office is coming out to shoot and do video of the entire race, which you will see tomorrow, but we'll Instagram story this baby up. Right, Grace? Thank you.